Hello everyone, it is I, Mazones. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. As you can tell, we are in the beginning part with this fucked up Sayori looking thing. I don't know what the fuck that thing is. I don't know, and I don't care. Well, I do care because Sayori she's gone, and she rests in peace. And yeah, that's it. Let's start the gameplay. At this point, I really don't know what to expect anymore. What the fuck is this? That girl is... It's all... This is pretty much the same as the first Let's Play. What the hell? Bro, wait. Bro. The game just... Okay, that was... Bro, Monaco. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monaco smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for? What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use in my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha. About that. I actually quit the debate club. Why? Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major club. Well, that answers my question. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. The fuck? A literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's not really boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that Monica is literature too. I mean, it can be. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Matthias. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Matthias. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for some materials another time. You're more important. Okay. That's kind of weird how the screen is glitching out. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I digitally followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. That's kind of odd because that's not like Monica at all. But then again, I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. The fuck? Eh? That's Yuri. I guess. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be a menace, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Matthias. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? Whoa, wait, what? Hold up. What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude. Whose name? Oh, Natsuki. Okay. He's the one I don't recognize. Okay, blah, blah. A small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Matthias in the club room, and he decided to check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone in? Well, I was going to, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. You just happened to run into me, that's okay. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Matthias? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks him to the corner of the room and opens the closet, my bad. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I didn't know you really plan on coming here. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You kept the whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated by Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Perhaps. Who doesn't enjoy tea? I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Matthias, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I murmured quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is actually equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious that by the way her eyes light up, that she finds herself comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left the piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. You looked like you were working on a poem called Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Okay, so it's pretty much the same. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Well, damn. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. See, how would you know? Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's go home and write our own. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then the next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I decided to take the responsibility of vice president after all. I did it. Oh, okay. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. As well as its members. Okay. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Matthias? Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica had convinced me to stop by it, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Huh? The girls exchanged glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Matthias. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? You really mean that, Matthias? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed like you are now. Matthias, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. Matthias, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. See you tomorrow then. I'll see you tomorrow. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I mean, yeah. Happy thought. That's fucked up. Is that Sayori hanging? That's fucked up, man. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. That's fucked up, man. That's some foul shit, bro. Let me save it just in case. Let's start off with Yuri first. And then Natsuki. This is just, that's foul, bro. Let's see. I love the music, by the way. What the fuck? Bro. What the fuck is going... Bruh. Hi again, Matthias. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Yeah. I want to run away from what the fuck just popped up on my screen, but hey. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. I keep my word, my bad. I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your Whoa, what the? Alright, okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Matthias. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Make you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, what the? Oh my god. Natsuki was all distorted and shit. I don't fucking know. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Bro, chill. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here. That was where the music was kind of sped up, and now it's slowed down just a little bit. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, I can't see the words with your ponytail. Can you move just a little? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated Monica. Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Matthias. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Okay. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't say no either way. Like I said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. Even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't read manga. Even if you don't usually read, goddamn. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from Yuri reading. My bad. I can catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I murdered this since I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this. So, that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. What the fuck is wrong with her face? Why does she look so... Oh my god, what's wrong with Yuri's face? I wanted to reread some of it. I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even paying attention, and I saw Yuri's face all fucked up and shit. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me. But I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is entitled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in front of the cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the faculty gets even worse. And they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs, affixing them too. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri makes it sound like Yuri make it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Matthias? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the inside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just this kind of story. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Why are the words all distorted? But then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of pay attention to other people. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Wait, what the fuck, man? Did you guys see that shit? Because I did. The texting is just all black and in bold. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? Whoa, shit! Okay. Yes. I mean, you have it. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slid a seat next to yours. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not like I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. And I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particular bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Alright, I'm gonna have to skip it in a different part.